we found this great subject on how you manage the famous Timbot, and we can see physically, it's unbelievable, especially for this new generation, to imagine the hard work it was to have, I don't know, 400 cameras, this cycle, this green screen. It's just hard work, and teamwork. When you think about the kids who are playing with AI, they just don't imagine how costly, how difficult, how long uh, this process was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this was all. I mean,
You see,
a lot of invention. I mean, the basic thing to sort of take away from the first Matrix, the three films, is that we were like there's something to this, right? Like the nature of the story and the world, the concepts in the world and the story gave us a a kind of path for innovation and invention, right? We're like, how in the future would you make virtual cinema, right?
exactly, and you are mixing the old techniques. I mean, Muybridge was taking
Yeah,
pictures
yeah,
one
yeah.
by ones, and then you're mixing it with a virtual image, and then
Yes.
you are recording it, playing it on the computer. I think it's fascinating because it's everything at the same time, and then everybody knows. I've seen that scene now. It's probably uh, in schools now, but a few people are really realizing hard work. How many months you had to work on
Yeah,
that
that
scene?
was, and yeah, I mean, at again at great risk, thanks to the Wachowskis for
Yes.
taking those risks. They were like that. They of course had a backup plan for everything in case we
Yeah.
didn't pull it off. But they were also that kind of like free spirited to try this, uh, because again, if you're talking about, I mean, back to this, the idea of the God's eye, if you're going to imply that in a simulation, that there's a limitlessness, really, you can, move or do, see in any possible way of your choosing. And so how do you get that point across in traditional cinema? So that we felt like we had to do something that was physically impossible. And
Exactly.
that was the start point. And they were the directors were there from the beginning, right? Like they drew that, right, as they had artist friends draw this impossible stuff, right?
Hmm.
And then they're like, we know this is impossible, we know we can't shoot that, right? Which is usually, like, in the older days of VFX, it was kind of about that, like, okay, what is something that just doesn't seem possible? Nowadays it seems like everything has been tried, at least, but again, it's all an illusion. In this case, these kinds of the kernels of this tech, and actually what we did on the next movie was volumetric capture, which is
Hmm.
totally different. And volumetric capture is essentially just getting source material that's photographic in nature, but it's also spatial. Like, you sort of derive both
Hmm.
space and texture, and then you've created this computer generated thing, but it feels photographic. And then when we started doing that, we're like, oh my gosh, this this is what the future is going to be.
Yeah.
It's like world is source, and now we're going to create this flawless cinema realistic simulation, which a lot of my friends continue to work on in other ways. Um, and then now you add AI, and now AI learning from this
Hmm.
cinematic simulation, and now not even needing uh, not nearly as much source. I mean, you could, like, one picture now, you literally could feed one picture,
Yes.
have like a character that's in a world, right?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it's insane what's actually just literally the last year, right? As
Yeah.
breakthroughs of the last year, unbelievable.